Well, welcome back to Barnsley. Thanks for rejoining us. And it's now the quarter-finals of Players' Championship 21. And there's yesterday's champ, Luke Humphries, against the two-time world champ, Peter Snakebite Wright, for a place in the semi-finals.
It's going to be Luke to throw first for the ball.
Luke Humphries got the job done yesterday against Kevin Dutes in that final. You may have seen it with us.
Bullseye.
And he's fought his way through to the quarterfinals off the back of that.
25,
Never easy
Luke
to have
the
a
ball.
good run on two separate days running, that's for sure.
Luke to throw first.
And Peter Wright, a man who's won, I think, 8 Players' Championships here in Barnsley and 22 in total, chasing another one. He's had a pretty desperate 2023, and this could be the sign of a darting revival for Snakey. Colin Lloyd is watching it with us.
45.
Big match or matches to come here for Peter Wright, isn't it?
Certainly is, mate. Certainly is.
140.
It looks, Rod, like he's using a set of MVG darts. How ironic would that be if he goes to win a Players' Championship here today? The set of MVGs. But it's good to see Peter back in the mix of it all.
140.
Like you say, he's had a tough time of it of late. There's no doubt in his quality. A little stat for you here, Rod. 2-time world champ, world match play champ, runner-up in the World Grand Prix, UK Open champion. So 7-time major champ. He's been a runner-up in every single major.
38.
Except the Desert Classic. That's some record to hold.
Well, he's one of the greats, all-time greats, isn't he? By his record,
43.
No question about that. But he's having a annus horribilis in 2023. Peter Snakebite
38.
Wright. The Premier League was a darting disaster for him, wasn't it? Just never got going.
137.
Yeah, it certainly was.
From start to what turned out to be an early finish. And Luke Humphries has got the early finish in this leg. Yeah, the MP Wright finished bottom of the Premier League.
He's one of these players though, Rod, isn't he, that he just stays so positive. You know, we've all probably thought, you know, have we seen the better days of Peter Wright?
100.
But, you know, he keeps proving us wrong time and time again. And is he going to prove us all wrong again?
60.
There's no question that he could re-find his best form. The form that saw him win the world title in 2020 and 2022.
85.
And the match play.
I have to say though, Rod, I don't think I've ever seen him throw this quick. For me, he's thrown extremely
60.
quick. I mean, not Ricky Evans quick, but
95.
certainly.
Well, Evans has slowed down.
Well, maybe he's thrown as quick as Ricky Evans then.
140.
Well, as we said the other day, when you're struggling and you're looking to find something, you either tend to change your action or your equipment, or maybe even both. And Peter Wright has changed his
65.
equipment, for goodness sake, more than most.
$87.
16 tops. Double 10.
Game shot.
Oh, and he gets it with Humphries waiting on a 2-dart combination finish.
Is it, Rod,
100.
do you think that a lot of the players out there now, they have seen a huge chink in the armour of Peter Wright, and they're all wanting to have a little nibble, or wanting to have a little bite?
140.
Because he's certainly been dominant in some years.
131.
Former world number 1, world number 3 now.
They look at it as a chance to have a little peck themselves.
140.
And get the scalp of Peter Wright.
Yeah. World number 3, as I say, but that won't last, because unless he wins the World Championship again, his ranking is going to diminish off the back of winning it a couple of years back. So
140.
he's going to sink down a few spots for sure, unless he can replicate his most recent World Championship win over Michael Smith.
85.
Caught the flight there, I think, while I was going for the double 5. Opportunity for Peter Wright.
Taken.
Game shot.
Taken. With aplomb.
Nice little 11 dart with an 81 checkout there, Rod.
Playing in spectacles, Peter Wright. We'll be interested to see if he chooses to do so
80.
At the Grand Prix in Leicester in a TV major. He will certainly have his hair restored to its usual glory, but in more low-key surroundings of the Metrodome in Barnsley, he chooses to have his hair in its more natural colour.
43.
Very coolly combed back.
Oh yes.
$60.
Well, for me, this is a very different Peter Wright. Like I said, I don't think I've really seen him throw
96.
in this sort of tempo. He's usually really quite deliberate.
Yes.
Whereas here he's throwing quite quick.
140.
Yeah, deliberate would be a good word to use to describe Peter's normal action.
As he's pulling his arm up with the dart in his hand,
105.
it's already coming back as well, ready to throw.
Yeah.
Whereas he's usually like a set person. Bring it up, set, then go.
69.
So can Humphries level, or will Peter Wright be back for that double 16? He will be back.
77.
Well, I think Peter thought that was going in, or was almost certain it was going in. He was like a golfer trying to get the ball out of the hole before it had reached it.
Game shot.
Well, that is in, Peter. Don't worry about that. Peter Wright makes it 3 legs on the trot.
95.
I have to say, he's thrown some decent stuff.
131. 140.
I think Pete Wright's proven here in what I'm watching so far, Rod, that write me off at your peril.
96.
Perhaps where he has had this indifferent spell, Rod, a little bit of limelight has been taken off of him. And that's helped him relax and gather his thoughts about where his darts game is at the moment.
Got no idea what's going on through someone's head. Already I've been saying this.
Yeah, but you say that, Rob, but then you have an opinion about it. But then you have an opinion about it.
I've got no opinion about what's going on in the man's mind. I don't know. I can see I have an opinion about how well he's throwing darts.
I dangle a hook, and you will jump on it.
And
here we go.
78.
This is the 5th match he's played today. So, in order for it to be
38
regarded as a revival, it's going to have to last more than 5 matches, isn't it?
Oh, very much so, yeah.
So,
but having a run like this,
it's good. He's playing well, and it's good to see. But whether he can keep it going either in this match for the rest of today or the next big TV tournaments in the World Championship, which is not that far away now, remains to be seen.
100.
And I yield to no one in my admiration for Peter Wright and what he's done in the game of darts, but whether he can keep this up and collect
100.
more big prizes does remain to be seen. If he does, I'll be the first to shake his hand. But I think at the end of today's business, Van Gerwen and Price will remain as the favourites for the big tournaments, and Wright will still be at much bigger odds than he was, say, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, totally agree.
So I think professional odds makers will wait to be convinced.
140.
Well, if he keeps throwing darts like that, I don't think they'll take much convincing.
No, this has been a very good performance from Peter, very
60.
impressive. Bearing in mind, of course, he lost the first leg of the match.
No, he doesn't have to go for it. Don't think he will. No, he's going to go big 18, I think. No need to go for it. Yeah.
95.
Yeah, he was itching to go for that bullseye as well, I think, but made the right decision.
134.
Well, it'll definitely be the right decision if this double 16 goes in.
Well, you'd expect it to. With one of the three.
Game shot.
The second of the three. 14 dart leg, Peter Wright. My word. After that first leg from Humphries, it's been all
60.
right on the night, or on the early afternoon, or early evening.
$60.
Yeah, very comfortable 5-1 lead at the moment.
134.
And still best of 11, remember, so almost there, Peter Wright. If he wins this, he'll be into the first to 7 and first to 8 potentially in the final matches. So Peter Wright is making very quick work of yesterday's champ.
60.
Started well and has then been smashed out of sight.
$96.
Well, I should have gone for a 17 there, really. Would have left
60.
him the finish. It doesn't matter, he's got 6 darts at it.
$58. $57. $67.
Well, that's good enough, really, unless Humphries has got a big finish. Needs to find the treble. The other treble would have left the ball.
92.
And Peter Wright now wants tops. Double 5.
35.
Wow.
Game shot.
Humphries claws his way back. I'm sure there's some kind of theory that Colin Lloyd will advance as to why Peter Wright missed those darts at double. Probably something along the lines of that he's not used to winning anymore. Is that it, Lloyd? That's a good one. I'm good at making up that narrative.
I would never say that.
Anyway,
96.
bottom line is he's gone straight in with a biggie at the start of this leg.
4 in. Wow.
Ooh.
81.
I was actually going to say
100.
that, you know, when you're using a different set of darts, it can play heavy on your mind. But as you said earlier, Peter Wright has used so many different sets of darts, it's never stopped him before from getting over the line, has it?
Well, as I've said before, you cannot criticise Peter Wright's choice of darts, because all he would simply do is point to the trophies in his cabinet and say, do you think I've got it wrong, dear? Because there's 2 World Championships in there, there's a World Match Play.
174.
You know, great dart.
There's very few players who've got a better CV than Peter Snakebite Wright. Very few. Even you, Lloydie.
105.
Yeah, I wish I had half of what he'd won.
Right, now then. There it is, Peter Wright. And that's a brilliant performance from the beleaguered Peter Wright. He's had a struggle in 2023, and make no mistake, but that was something like his best, and it was great to see. And Luke Humphries' congratulations are warm. The class of Humphries, yesterday's champ, but not good enough on the board there against Peter Wright. And Snakey goes through with a 6-2 success, an average of 97. He's through to the semi-finals. Could there be another prize for Peter Wright this afternoon here in Barnsley?